Hello, it's Sequence here, and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
So recently, it's come to light that Mandela's personal belongings are being auctioned off
Oh my goodness.
in America. So our national treasure's personal belongings,
In America?
yeah, is being auctioned off in America by his oldest daughter. So South Africans are obviously not happy about this. But let's just check out this clip first, and then you tell me what you think about it.
Here's an article I found. The daughter of former South African President Nelson Mandela has been granted the right to sell 70 of her father's personal items, including an identity card, personal drawings, and his famous Madiba shirts. According to reports monitored here on, Makaziwe Mandela won a 2-year legal battle against the South African Heritage Resources Agency, which attempted to stop her from selling the icon's possessions. Sorry. Now, these items are already listed on a website called Live Auctioners, and it's set to start on the 22nd of February. Here's the time, here's the location in New York City. Now, the reason for the auction is, right, Housing New York plans to auction about 70 of Mandela's items on February 22nd, as stated before, as part of a fundraising effort to support the establishment of a memorial garden near where the former president is buried.
Thoughts?
This is rather disappointing. I don't think anybody would even agree to this being right.
So apparently, Mandela's grandchildren as well, and his other children have been interviewed about this, and they weren't happy about this decision.
Of course. So she's the only one. She's the only one that is for this and doing this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They said that there wasn't even a family meeting about this.
Of course.
They weren't told about it. They just saw on the
She
news.
just went ahead and gone and done it herself.
So many people are saying she's probably doing this because she's broke and she wants to make some money. But as you can see, the reasons given for her auctioning is to obviously create a memorial for
I think
her
that's
father.
rubbish, though. Wouldn't the government be able to assist her in making this memorial thing without her doing it on her own?
So I want to put it.
Because these memorial stuff are being done for.
Yes. So I want to put into context about the kind of man we are talking about here.
Yes.
This is Nelson Mandela.
Exactly.
He's not only just a national hero, but he's an international
hero.
This is a guy that has statues everywhere.
Bro.
This is a guy that has
He's
World
based
Heritage
on
sites,
money, like
based on money, museums
all over the world.
cities named after him,
Bro,
roads named after him. There's everything that we could possibly do
People
for Mandela.
still speak about his name today.
Yes, everything that we could possibly do for Mandela
has been done.
We have done it here in South Africa.
Bro.
Everything. And now there's a person in the family who's trying to use his legacy to make some money. So now my first question when I see something like this is like, why wasn't his personal belongings like in a museum somewhere?
Yes,
for people to see. Because now if you leave like his personal belongings like to the family, things like this could happen. But if the state like seized his things,
but I think
when he
because
passed
they
away,
feel like it's theirs, it's their, like think about it like if this was your own father or whatever, you kind of will have an entitlement to the thing, like this is my father's thing. So I feel like that's what's happening.
Yes, but it's put in a museum. It's not like somebody's taking them for their own personal thing. It's put in a museum for everyone.
You know what I'm thinking? It's because I feel like people knew down the line somebody's going to do something stupid like this. Because how in your right mind do you think that making this memorial with all these memorials that are there is more valuable than keeping these personal possessions? My problem is that I don't feel like those things we should have allowed those things to stay in their possession. I'm sorry, even though that was going to be a fight, but I think people were fighting it. Like,
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the first mistake that we made.
Yeah.
That the government has made is that they left like Mandela's possessions like in the hands of the family.
Yeah.
Not
But
well that this could happen.
so you see, yes, I feel like they should have just been taken. There's a lot of things that have been taken from people that just, and they were just not given the option about it. But these form part of our country's history, and unfortunately, we have to preserve them and keep them, closed away in museums. But fine, maybe they contested, no, this is my dad's things. Okay, fine, for emotional reasons or whatever, and okay, let's have compassion. This is their father.
Museum. There's no whatever. There's nothing they could say.
But I do think that she
rather holding it in the house.
I do think that one of them, especially her, probably had the intentions of selling them at a later stage, because these things are going to be of value. You know what I'm saying? At some point, maybe there was still internal fighting of families, but then I also see that there are certain organizations that did take them, to courts as well. So I think this was a process, and now she's finally sort of won the case as well.
My next thought is like, why it's in us like as a bantu and we like to do things like it's big and like,
bro,
like you never see this happening.
You will never
to another like iconic
You will
figure.
never. Do you think the royal family is gonna be selling the queen's crowns and shit like that, and the clothes?
But then on top of that, my other thought is that usually when you see like African artifacts in foreign museums,
Bro, they don't even sell them. Yes,
they were stolen from the African land. In this particular case, it's sold to
we can't even go complain and bring back Mandela's shit, bring back Mandela's ID, because what? They bought them
legally.
So now it's like, well, chances are you could have probably done the same with those.
So yeah, this is
Why
very
do we
wrong.
think like
Another thing that I'm thinking now is like, isn't it illegal? Isn't it illegal to like sell somebody's ID? That should be illegal.
Should be illegal. But now it's
especially now that it's
now
that that person's deceased. That should make it even worse.
I feel like it really doesn't matter, to be honest, because once a person's dead, anybody can have the ID, because you can use it to go and get a death certificate printed and whatever.
Yes, that's fraud.
After you did.
That's fraud, though. You can commit fraud with somebody's ID, even though they're dead.
No, you can't, because that person's dead. Like, even on the Home Affairs system, like, it's useless.
And then they usually scrap the ID. The ID is usually scrapped.
Yeah, right? So that's why it's useless. So that's why now it's not really a problem. Like, I can walk around with my dad's ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means nothing. It's useless. The name, the ID number, all of that, deactivated. Like, it doesn't exist. Now it's just a paper. It's just a little book.
If these items are being auctioned off to private individuals, I think that will be wrong, because now you're selling an ID book to a private individual and somebody will be.
But like, we know that that person can't commit identity fraud. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that guy can do with that ID. Then, like, think about it. Okay, let's think about it. It's not like just some random.
They could sell it for more.
Yeah, it's their possession now.
Which is wrong.
It's their possession. That one is none of your business anymore. Now it's
it is, because it's supposed to be a national treasure.
I get it. I get that. But I'm just saying, like, how things are going. So once she sold the stuff, we have no say.
Because the clothes and everything, it's like, it's whatever.
Even our opinions won't matter.
The clothes, it's whatever. Okay, maybe
She's gonna argue, why do you care so much about these things? It's my dad's shirt. What business do you have? Like, what? Why are you mad though? Like, I'm selling my dad's shirt. Like, it could be anything. It's like, so now I can't do anything with my, like, people give their father's things away when they pass away, or your family's thing. You even give them away. You donate clothes, you whatever. So,
but you acting like this is some ordinary person. We're not talking about an ordinary person here.
You've got your Mandela thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got your Mandela memorials, your whatever, your speeches, his whatever. These are things my father was wearing in his house. What business do you have with them?
He was a national icon.
But
That changes everything.
but still,
No, it doesn't.
him being a national icon or an international icon or a global icon, what business do you have with his walking stick, with his shirts?
It should be in a museum. It's a part of our history.
What, because he wore them?
And he was using that stick in some famous speech somewhere. Yes. Well, you could have used the Mandela name for a better reason. You could have used your Mandela name to open opportunities for you. The Mandela name is so powerful in this country. That's why most of these children and grandchildren do not change their surnames, even if they marry to other families, because the Mandela name is so powerful.
Yeah.
You can use that to make whatever opportunities you want and get whatever amount of money that you want using those opportunities. Like selling his personal stuff is just, it just shows desperation.
Yeah, it really does leave a bitter taste.
Cringy.
Like, no matter how you can spin it, like, we get it, it's your dad's things, it's his possessions, and you are entitled to them because it is your inheritance, and probably can do whatever you want with your inheritance. But unfortunately, your inheritance has become our inheritance.
Now I think me as a South African, I need to go to the States to do that.
If that person's even gonna show you, even if that person will show you, I feel like
if it's a private person, then they're not even obligated to show anybody that ID. But if it's like maybe it's a company that wants to display it in some museum somewhere in the States, now as a South African, I have to go to the States to see Mandela's ID.
And most of those things are probably gonna stay in the States, which I don't know.
Like, where else does that happen in the world, where for a national icon you have to go to another country to see these things?
So the only way to mitigate this would be for I don't know, if we South Africans could go over there and go and buy everything at the auction.
No, I hope the court also reconsiders this new appeal and starts the auction, and then we find a better solution. Because if you want to do the memorial, you can go through the government.
Yeah,
it's bad. This
This
guy's referenced in movies.
This one is for Mandela.
Robben Island's a World Heritage Site because of him. We have a holiday because of him. Like Guning and his stuff are being sold off in America somewhere. Like he wasn't a national hero. It's sad, but
yeah. Let's see what
it is. What it is, man. It's the family's decision, or it's one person's decision in the family to do that. But anyway, you guys let us know what you think about this whole situation.
And we are not behind it. Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.